Hello everyone, Michael the Mechanical here with a bit of an update on what's going on with the Triton. It is K34T. Now, I'm going to give some good news, I'm going to give some good news and some bad news. The good news is we're getting somewhere now with the wiring. The bad news is it's going really, really slow. So what I got on my computer right now, because I've been working really, really hard, and I also got paper here because I've been trying to figure things out. This is literally the wiring diagram that I've got, that I've been working on for the car, and it's sort of incorrect, but that's okay. I'm now writing down things I'm doing currently, so it's like a list of things. My dad said he's calling up an oil electrician to help me out because I have problems, well, understanding the actual diagram in the book. So what I've been doing is replacing wire for wire, essentially. Now, this is a diagram, and if I drag this over, you can see there's a little bit of a map of what's going on. I was trying to figure out earlier if I can actually zoom out with this, but there we go. Okay, now I know where they are. Okay, I couldn't find them before. So to give you an... No, it won't let me go any more than that. Okay, so to give you an idea of what's going on, we started here at the alternator. So that's where we start, and we've been working our way back. So I've been laying out the green wire. So I've been actually working on the green wire, not the blue one, even though it's more coloured in. And I'm not at this point yet. I'm actually in between. So if I scroll down a little bit, I'm going to just scroll. Come on. Wrong mouse button. Jesus. Okay. So come on. Oh. Here we go. We'll go in there. So we've got the wire laid here for this one here. We've got these. Junction 14 is pretty much wired. So junction 14 is done. So alt green to junction 14. Junction 14 to junction G2. Sorry, G1. So there's G1. There's a wire literally running from here to there. And the white wire replacement is what's in there right now. Because the black and white one, black with a white stripe, does not... I don't have that for my car, so I can't get one of those, a replacement one. And G1 is essentially I'm talking, when I say G1, I mean the green wires, the green set. It's literally green, and it's literally changes to weird color, and then it goes... I want to make sure it's as similar to the factory as possible. The newest manual I could find, the only one I could find, was white, so white is the closest thing I can get to the black white stripe wire. Even though the base color is black, I went with white. Anyway, G1 has green, green, and a green. Green goes to G2, G2 turns into green, green again, and then goes into the relay. So that's what's right there. Even though I don't mark it up as such, I should really say that's the relay. So that's a new task to do. Okay, so what I'll do, just to make sure, I'll just drag this over here. I'm doing this one middle finger, because I have to do this with the finger. And it's easier with the... There we go. And then we write here, relay. And I pretty much wrote that wrong. That's okay. Alternator. So it's a little bit wrong. We'll get to that later. I'll clean this up later. But that's literally where we're probably at. 3 minutes is easy. And I'm going to leave it that there. Got the light. So we're going to look in underneath the dash. Well, the battery's disconnected, by the way, this time around. So underneath the dash, and also that battery is pretty much toast. Need to know batteries in these things, even though they're brand spanking new with new batteries and whatnot. The batteries are pretty much dead. So G1 is these wires. I think G1 is these wires here connecting to this wire here. Now the problem I had with this was this is the fuse. This is the actual fuse box here with the fuse, and literally this doesn't make any sense to the manual that I have. So I had to make a decision on what I'm gonna do. I'm literally gonna pull this light out. It's literally running out of power. It doesn't look like it. If I put these side by side, you can probably just see that one's light is not really bright, not as bright as this one's. So what I'll do, because I can see the yellow. I can literally look at this and I've got no problems. If I put this one to the side, it will literally build up charge before it works again. Work for a little while. I'll literally show you guys what I mean. So, 14 is the green wire. In the manual, we need to also make sure we understand the circuitry. The yellow wire goes to an oil switch. The blue wire goes to some other stuff. I can't remember. It goes to the computer and something else. I don't know what I was going to call that one. That's why I got question marks. Goes to a plug. Come on. It goes to a plug. It goes to computer. It doesn't go to anything specific as of yet. Actually, it goes to the charge light. See, alternator's not charging, battery, light, diode one way, suggesting blue is part-time negative wire. So it's part-time negative in the sense of when there's positive power in that wire, the light is off. And I'm literally not... Computer's been freaking stupid. I don't know why it's doing which things. Okay. How about I drag one of these in and delete it? I don't know what it was doing. How was I going to try and explain it? Right, we have the relay on the green wire. We have the fuse on the green wire. And there was something else, I'm pretty sure. Turn clean up the relay. Makes a bit of sense. It's not all there, but I think it's one of these two diagrams. This is the alternator wiring. So on this wire here, this is the white wire. We have the 14, which is suggested. Then it says combination meter and the alternator relay. But if we look up here, there's a fusible link here, and it's on a different wire. So that's why I've been having problems, because 14 is this one here, and it literally is spliced in 4 ways, and it literally goes to the combination meter, which is essentially probably the light that says I'm charging or not charging. Then it says here the alternator relay, and to validate this, essentially we've connected, the green wire is connected to the alternator relay, the green wire is also connected to the combination meter, but the green wire is also connected to the fuse. It's also connected to a fusible link. The other wire, however, is not connected to a fusible link. And this suggests that this wiring diagram is not very helpful. Not to mention, these little plugs here are not helpful at all. These are for a 96 manual, but 97 release. Anyway, you've seen those plugs. No, it's not here. I was thinking the wiring loom's still in the car probably, but it's not. Here we go. So here's the alternator wiring. That plug is not on the loom. That plug is not in the picture that we just saw, but it only has 3 pins, whereas the one in this diagram has a 4-pin plug. So A17 is essentially this plug right here, the triangle, but it's different. So that's the problem with that manual. That's for K74, I think. Mine's K34 manual. How do I describe it? I can't exactly describe anything, but this is a 97 electrical manual. So that's how I know it's not working. So I'm figuring these problems out on my own. I'm literally looking for little junctures and stuff, and I'm identifying things, and I've validated stuff. There is, my dad is going to pay for one, and I'm hoping I can get this done so it's cheap and he doesn't have to do much. He just, vets my work and says it's all good. If I make a mistake, there's a problem. I'm not an oil electrician, so there's a chance I'll make a mistake. I also still haven't made a loom up, and I don't have the tool to do the plugs. They're literally bringing out another wiring loom from a Pajero to fix this up. And I think it's just an alternator one. But literally, this is going to be different from car to car. So I got a yellow wire here. That's the oil lights. And I need to check if it works. I'm going to fit a $60 one in, see if that works, if pressure reads out or not. See how that works, test it out sometime when it's all together again and all works. I have no idea what the result's going to be from that. We also have, like when I said juncture, and also note these are heavier wires than the factory. And so this is the juncture, this is the juncture. The original juncture is right there. That's the original juncture. And I haven't been using it because it's literally light wires. They're burnt out a little bit. In fact, to show what I mean by burnt out wires, actually my neighbor came over for a bit to have a look at my wiring job, and he literally stripped my wire. I was like, no. I don't know if I can show. No, this light's too bright. What about this one? Too bright. Okay. I'm blinded by light. But if you can see, it's not copper, it's more brown, black than anything, that white wire. It's like up here, but this is all oil riddled with oil. This wire is literally burnt out. This black, red, white wire is burnt out. It needs to be replaced in order to fix things. I have no idea how well it's going to fix things, but fixing that, replacing that wire will be a good thing. That's the red wire here with the white red boot. They're going to go together. They're going to go on the alternator. There is wires here that are also burnt out, but I think from the factory, the wires are burning out. It's literally a thing where they go black. I'm not sure if that's corrosion or what. I have some more wires here. I believe these are the two. So the lime green one is the portable, the transferable loom for the alternator, and the dark green one is literally the one from the factory loom. So if you can see, there's a slight tinge difference in color. The lime green one is clean and copper. The wiring loom for the car already is just burnt a little bit. It's like black. That actually creates a lot of resistance in the wires and causes issues. So that's why I'm rewiring some things, just to make sure I can overcome a problem that I had before prior to touching these wires. And the reason I'm doing this is because when the wires rubbed out here, I thought, I'm going to be waiting for some bits anyway, so I might as well see if I can wire up my oil switch, see if I can fix some wires in there and do all that and replace what I need to want to replace, and see if I can get it all working again. Now, I'm doing this within sort of reason. The reason being, when we replaced the relay in the car, it was about $30-40 to replace it. It literally did not fix the problem entirely. It partially fixed it, but not entirely. It literally went from, how do I describe it? How do I describe this, guys? It went from bling, 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 when you're indicating, to bling, 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 bling. And it was sort of a little bit faster to one side than the other. It was really weird. And whenever I had the indicators on, occasionally the car would literally be like, the idle would go, I'm getting it backwards. My car will literally be doing that while I'm at the lights indicating. That suggests there's a sort of a short. And just in case there's a problem with the wires, I'm going to replace them anyway. There might be just been the alternator loom, and then I could have gotten away with leaving the factory loom the way it is. But I'm doing it anyway because I want to be certain that those wires are not entirely causing the problem. You never know. I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry. I'd rather cut out the factory wires and say, I've got some heavy duty good wires here, and they're wires that I had problems with before, so I might as well be certain that they're not going to cause problems now. Anyway guys, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to focus on finishing up this wiring here and hopefully have no problems. Hopefully don't burn down the car. Hopefully have no problems, obviously. Anyway, thank you very much. Micro Mechanical out. Still tired. Just for a bonus clip of some stuff I'm going to talk about. A second task we've been doing today. Cleaning up. Not necessarily I've done all this cleaning. Dad actually cleaned all these benches up. I pulled them out, except not all that stuff is my fault. Some of that stuff's my fault. Most of that stuff over there is my fault. Stuff out in the weather, boxes, you name it. And benches have been moved. This is my original bench. It was all full of mess. Now this bench is full of mess, and this bench is full of mess. Actually, what did he do to my tools? My new tools. I got new tools. These. You bugger. No. Never mind. The new tools are here. I got a mechanic's stethoscope. So if you hear a weird noise and you want to isolate the noise, you can literally probe anywhere. And if you hear the noise louder, it's probably the indicator. And it also should amplify noise a bit better as well. An oil pressure test kit. So we want to know if the oil pressure is good or bad on the car. We can use that. And we got this 20-piece diesel engine compression tester. That's getting replaced because it's got a sticky valve. And we got test results on my car from the compression test. So bonus piece. Our inverter in the shed, the wires, and it's all cleared up. So original wire. Dad's actually asking me to ask them to fix this up too, because Dad's a goose when he did the wiring. He actually laid this cable and his electrician put it in, installed it. So essentially this bonus clip is essentially to say we're getting our solar system a thing that should have been done in the first place. It might be the reason why we had problems and they wanted to charge us for just trying to figure something out, and then we had a bit of a issue on our hands. But it was like we were not satisfied with their solution to the problem. We are unable to say, hey, we're not happy with this solution either, but it has to be done now because everyone's been told this is a missing link. Who knows? We have to pay for this one though. The checkup on this system almost cost the same amount. It was a little bit less, but it was like, what the hell? Why are we paying this much for this? Freaking, they only came out and they didn't barely do anything. Doing something in the sense that they were trying to troubleshoot what was going on, where the problem was. They did discover, essentially, they said this is the fix. The fix that they're doing now is essentially the fix, but they're talking about doing it from this box here. Apparently, that wasn't. We found out that what they wanted to do was not going to work, and it probably might not have been legal. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert. All I know is we got told it's a little bit complicated, but we're satisfied with the job these guys do. We're not going to rubbish them. That's why I'm not going to say anything about them specifically. But essentially, we got into a quarrel, and they said they're going to take legal action against us because we're not paying. Because I said to them, I relayed Dad's word, because when we were talking about it, Dad's like, oh, I'm not paying them. And I said, I wouldn't either. They didn't fix the problem, but they're also offering a solution that is not fixing the problem. It's only a workaround. They weren't confident in the answer. And then by email, they were confident. It's like, what? Anyway, I'd say they made some mistakes, but they did a really good job. Even the guy who came out to vet this system said that they put their heart and soul into installing it. And that's why I wouldn't want to rush them, because they're really good at what they do. They just made some mistakes. I think they might have been a bit nervous, and that's why they were making mistakes. And so we're going to try and make sure they're not nervous this time around, because we want this fixed, and we also don't want them, because they're a good business. We don't want them, we want them to remain financially status. What do you call it? We want them to have financial stability, so we want to make sure that they can offer the same quality of work they've delivered here, even though they made one mistake. Okay, one mistake. It's a mistake. It's not as bad as other systems, okay? The solution essentially is they're going to install a cable independent for this solar system from the meter box, and they're going to hook it up with just a breaker. And they've got to do that. legally. So that's what they're going to do. And that's going to be the fix. And I'm happy with that because it's not going to necessarily fix the problem we were having. We don't know if it's going to reoccur or something similar is going to reoccur. But what it does say is that the system will be fully compliant, which it wasn't in the first place. Hopefully, there's nothing going to go wrong after this. Hopefully, this system doesn't need any more attention than it already has had. Because it's a brand new system, we don't expect any problems with it. Anyway, I should leave that there. System is good. It's awesome. It works really well. If I could show you how much power this thing has generated, it's literally 1/4 of what the other one's generated in several years. I was like, holy shit! 5 versus 10 with 12 kilowatt panels. So they're going to fix this. We're literally turning it on and off at the switch to try and preserve our safety switch for now, because the safety switch has been hammered really, really bad. And it's actually, because I talked to the guy, and he said it usually, when it's on its way, it'll trip it much easier. And literally, we woke up one morning, so literally no power in the house. We went outside to see if it rained. There was no sign of rain. It was just cool outside. And so I sent him a message and let him know the scenario, what's going on. And he said moisture in the air could be causing the problem. And so it's him telling us that he knows, he understands. The switch sounds like it's actually going on. It's on its way now. That we now need to replace it. And so they're going to do that for us. Like I said, gotta go, guys. So long as I hold the camera in my hand, I can't literally work on the car. And so long as I'm talking to you, I can't think about the car. And so long as I'm talking about solar system as well. Essentially. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. That'll be in the next couple of days, hopefully. Live stream. Bye.